Welcome to Flora, Aurea, where timeless garden decor and enchanting designs come to life. If you love classic English cottage charm and vintage floral beauty, you're in the right place. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below. Let's grow this lovely community together, one bloom at a time. There's just something magical about a cottage with timeless curb appeal, isn't there? The front of this house welcomes you like an old friend, with climbing roses brushing against the faded wood siding, a white picket fence, and vintage lanterns softly glowing at dusk. It's pure storybook charm. Step inside and you're greeted by the foyer's quiet elegance. Nothing overdone, just a lovely old bench with a floral cushion, soft pastel tones, and a weathered mirror that seems to whisper stories of guests from years past. It's an invitation to slow down and soak in the beauty. The living room feels like a gentle hug. Slip-covered sofas in faded floral, vintage frames lining the walls, and the light filtering through gauzy curtains. This space is all about comfort and calm. It's a room that doesn't rush you, that asks you to just sit and be. Around the fireplace, you'll find layers of thoughtful detail. Chipped candlesticks, vases with fresh-cut blooms, and an antique mirror catching the golden afternoon light. This isn't a showroom. It's a lived-in elegance that feels soulful. It's where cozy winter nights and summer mornings both feel equally at home. Now let's move into the formal dining room. Though nothing here feels stiff or intimidating. A rustic farmhouse table, layered with linen runners and mismatched chairs, tells a story of shared meals and laughter. Florals from the garden spill from a chipped enamel pitcher in the center. Effortless grace. The kitchen is a dream, charming and practical in equal measure. Creamy white cabinets, open shelving with vintage teacups, and the scent of herbs hanging by the window. Every detail here is intentional but unpretentious. It's a working space that somehow still feels like a piece of art. Tucked beside the kitchen is a sweet little pantry nook. Glass jars filled with dried goods, wicker baskets for storage, and soft floral wallpaper give it a nostalgic touch. It feels like something out of a British countryside novel. Organized, yes, but still whimsically romantic. The breakfast corner is where mornings truly begin. A small bistro table by the window with vintage china, fresh peonies, and sunlight pouring in. It's the kind of space that makes you want to pause with a cup of tea and just appreciate the quiet. In the master bedroom, calm is the keyword. Whitewashed furniture, delicate lace curtains, and soft bedding in blush and ivory tones create a peaceful retreat. There's a sense of grace and age to everything. Nothing matches perfectly, but it all sings in the same quiet harmony. The guest bedroom has that welcoming, effortlessly charming feel. Think floral prints, iron bed frames, and a faded quilt that looks like it's been passed down through generations. There's nothing cold or formal here, just warmth, memory, and an open invitation to relax. The main bathroom continues the theme: clawfoot tub, vintage vanity, and soft muted tones. There's something almost poetic about the chipped tiles and slightly cloudy mirror. It's lived in the most beautiful way, with fresh lavender in a mason jar and towels neatly folded on open shelves. Even the powder room has its own character. A small pedestal sink, vintage floral wallpaper, and a little crystal light fixture that sparkles when you walk in. It's proof that no space is too small for beauty, and that thoughtful details can transform even the most practical corners. The hallway feels like a gallery of moments, framed black and white photos, antique sconces, and little ledges with bud vases along the way. It's more than just a passage, it tells a story as you walk through it, connecting each room with grace and intention. Then there's the library nook, cozy, tucked away, and lined with well-loved books. A vintage armchair, a side table for tea, and maybe even a cat napping in the sunlight. It's the kind of space where you lose track of time flipping through old poetry or sketching ideas. The creative room is a delight, filled with fabric scraps, spools of ribbon, and jars of buttons. It's clearly a space where things are made, where imagination is encouraged to run wild. You can almost hear the sewing machine humming and the quiet hum of inspiration. Even the laundry room here is charming. With soft blue cabinetry, floral curtains, and a basket of lavender-scented linens, it turns a mundane task into a peaceful ritual. It's utilitarian, yes, but it's also serene, like a pause between the busier parts of daily life. A tiny but lovely linen cabinet holds neatly stacked towels, vintage pillowcases, and lace-trimmed napkins. It's not just storage, it's curated, almost like a museum of comfort. Each item feels chosen, folded with care, and infused with a sense of timeless domestic beauty. The ceiling details are subtle but beautiful. Painted beams, beadboard, and occasionally even a bit of old tin that glints when the light hits it just right. It adds texture and a sense of heritage, like the house itself is gently reminding you of its long, lovely story. The floors? Worn wood planks that creak in all the right places. Layered with faded rugs and scattered with petals from garden arrangements, they carry the soul of the home. Every scuff and stain tells a tale of gatherings, quiet afternoons, and barefoot wanderings. And finally, the garden out back, an absolute dream. Roses climbing trellises, lavender lining the paths, and a little table under the trees for lazy afternoon tea. It's not manicured. It's blooming wildly and freely, just like the house itself. A serene escape woven into the land. Thanks for joining me on this garden journey with Rachel Ashwell's Shabby Chic style. If you enjoyed the tour, please hit like, subscribe for more vintage-inspired garden magic, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps this cozy, elegant community flourish. See you next time.